let me fire it up. Hold on one second. Let me just find it. I put it someplace safe.
Are you texting me something?
Yes. I put it somewhere safe, and I was like, this is going to be a great topic. Because I feel like what really works well on this show is me melting down.
Blindsiding one another with some kind of juicy tidbit of information.
No, I just can't believe this. So apparently, Marilyn Monroe. Tell me what you think of when you think of Marilyn Monroe.
I think of Marilyn Monroe and I get very sad because I feel like she was mistreated, and that, I mean, I don't know a ton about her, but from the things that I do know, I feel like she just really got herself into some sticky situations, but also like it was during a time when women weren't really, are we respected now? No, not like wholly respected or treated, you know, beyond an object of desire. And so I feel like she just kind of, you know, very like Anna Nicole Smith, just kind of like was in a bad way, not really taken care of. Nobody was there to protect her. She really couldn't protect herself, and she paid the price at the end.
Okay, well, when you put it like that, then I guess that maybe I should just lay low on this one.
Well, I don't know a lot about her. Her life just seems very sad and tragic, and people who like fetishize her or like hold her up to be this, I mean, maybe she is an icon in her own way, and I don't know enough about her, but what is it that you have about her? What did you learn?
I was just scrolling. Well, I didn't know the depths of her issues like what you just mentioned. I just always think of her as, you know, it was a tragic loss, but I always think of her as just like sexy, unapologetic, glamorous, like all the things that you're supposed to think if you don't dig deep beneath the surface, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't think nothing crazy about her. I was just like, that is a fucking rich, sexy white lady getting her motherfucking cash on. Go ahead, girl. That's what I was, you know, I don't know. I don't follow this shit. I just, you see the pictures. You see all of the celebrities that come after her who pay homage to her with their look and their hair and their lip and the whole thing. And, you know, so for me, it's just icon. And also, back then, there was no access to who these people are in their private lives. So, like, you just believe the picture put forth.
Yeah.
So I'm scrolling on Twitter, minding my business, and I told you, I've always, remember how I feel? I'm like obsessed with the Anna Nicole Smith like guest days when she was just stunningly beautiful. Obviously, we had the Anna Nicole Smith reality TV show, so that we knew way too much about her. And then, you know, she endeared herself to us because of the level of dysfunction and because of the sadness and the like, really how unapologetic she was and how, you know, off she was.
Yeah.
And also, I do think she really did love that old ass man. She finessed, but I do think she really did love his old ass. So anyway, I'm scrolling and I see this tweet. And I'm like, hold on now, what? First, I didn't know what it meant. It said Marilyn was a crust legend. I said, what's a crust legend? What's a crust?
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Uh-oh.
In Clark Gable, Tormented Star, David Brett writes about Marilyn Monroe's non-hygienic personal habits. So that's where I was like, record scratch, already there. I was like, hold on a second.
Let me put on these glasses.
That's exactly what I did. I said, hold on, I am biggin'. I put the glasses on top of my head because I can't read right with the glasses on my eyeballs. David Brett writes about Marilyn Monroe's non-hygienic personal habits that not many people knew about. And I was like, well, that's probably how she wanted it, but okay. According to Brett, she was flatulent dirty, and ate in bed. Like Jean Harlow, she bleached all her pubic hair and never wore panties. Well, hold on. Who said Jean Harlow did that? Allegedly.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
So she's wait.
So she's farting in the bed. Eating spaghetti in the bed. And every time you've ever seen Marilyn Monroe in a bed, it's white bedding. So I'm immediately like, don't tell me the sheets had doo-doo streaks. Not Marilyn. Hold on.
And
allegedly,
she bleached her pubes.
Monroe bleached her pussy hair. I was very stressed out. Allegedly, Monroe would frequently go about her house in soiled clothes and had huge piles of dirty dishes in her bedroom. Right there, though, in the context of what you just said, now I'm like, dang, I was sitting here judging this lady. That sounds like real deep depression.
That sounds like deep depression. Yeah, totally.
I'm not done. In addition, she suffered from what today would be described as irritable bowel syndrome, which may explain the flatulence. What? She rarely bathed.
Depression.
Slept in the nude. Glamour. And ate a lot in bed. Shoving what was left on her plate under the sheets before going to sleep.
Oh, Marilyn. I mean, I also eat in bed, and I also sometimes sleep naked. So now I'm starting to wonder: am I low key depressed? Am I an icon?
Depression. Show. And if you bleach your pussy hair, you can hit all the marks. Hold on. Baseball legend and second husband Joe DiMaggio complained that Marilyn stunk to high heavens because she would avoid bathing for days on end. Now, you know how I feel about bathing. You know how I feel about showering and hygiene in general. So I read that not even in the context of her possibly being depressed, but right after you just said that, I was like, damn, well, now I can't release the Kraken on her ass after you said she had a mental health issue.
You were going to blame it on her whiteness. You're going to be like, listen, this white bitch was
be like,
dirty.
Well, then she most certainly did not use a washcloth.
No, I think, there's this category of stars, right, who on the outside, and especially like you said, given the time, like we didn't have Instagram, there wasn't this access, but like if you think about it in terms of like looking at the trajectory of Britney Spears, if you look at the trajectory of like some of these stars who unfortunately have fallen victim to, substance abuse and didn't have support around them, and they clearly didn't have any kind of support, during her heyday, which was the 50s, 60s. You have this like sad story of these women, Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli, not dead, but also like a history of a very tragic life. And so I think that to look at this as she wasn't just being nasty, she just probably was fucking depressed and didn't have anybody to talk to and drown her sorrows in pills and booze. That's like Grey Garden shit.
What happened to Judy Garland?
Judy Garland had a serious drug problem.
Which brings us to why what is the draw of fame? Like obviously the money, whatever, but who wants to live in a constant state of scrutiny?
Who, right? Not I. I can't imagine. I mean, let's hold on. Let's do a little. Was there anything else there about Marilyn that they were talking about? Were they talking about it like?
They were just little screenshots. But like, I wanted to do a deep dive on, how Marilyn was stankin', but I just didn't end up doing it. But I guess that's what crust legend means.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like the book wasn't being very nice.
She wasn't. Okay, so then I just pulled up the tweet. She wasn't a crust legend. She was severely depressed. Feral Girl Summer is never happening move. Okay, people are upset about the post. I don't know. But I guess that's a piece of depression that people don't talk about, especially not in the 50s when your whole job was to be glamorous.
Right. Well, and I think some of it too, like if you consider this category of celebrity who, you know, had a meteoric rise, super well known, you know, lauded as a sex symbol, an icon, a genius in whatever their craft was. Imagine like the amount of stress and just like the level of like work that it took to maintain that, like the actual physical doing of making the art, and on top of like the actual physical work of like looking a certain way, dressing a certain way, having to present yourself to the public in a certain way, and then the scrutiny that comes with that, especially being a woman. Self-medicating would probably be like the only, because nobody was out there being like, go exercise, meditate, you know, find a therapist. Nobody was like touting those self-care rituals. So I would assume that self-medicating was the way, and, you know, it was socially acceptable to, you know, drink yourself, you know, into a stupor. So this sounds like just a really terribly tragic review of her life. I didn't realize she was dirty, but like that really tracks along with being somebody who's like seriously depressed. Have you seen those videos where people come in? I watched this woman on TikTok and she has a salon where she just detangles people's hair that is so matted because they're so depressed they don't brush it. And it's like a cathartic thing for her to, you know, comb out these months and months of tangles.
I have seen a TikTok where a lady for free cleans like hoarders' houses.
Oh, I've seen that too. Is she like British?
Yeah, she's some kind of not American, and she's just really sweet. And she goes in there and she just, you know, she puts all the trash, she picks up all the trash, she sweeps everything. She gets it really pristine, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, as perfect as it could be. I don't know how she gets her clients, but she does it for free. And I'm just like, how the hell are you doing that for free, though?
Some of it's really, really bad.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm going to stop throwing around, I'm depressed, because I might very well be. But
yeah, but you've had moments before.
I get my monkey ass in the shower.
Yeah. I haven't had a problem with bathing when I've been depressed, but like nothing else matters, right? You're like looking around at your life on fire and you have no desire to do any of the normal things that make you happy or, you know, might bring you joy or pull you out of a funk in otherwise normal times. So, you know, I've definitely let laundry pile up. I've let cleaning the bathrooms, you know, go too long. I think sometimes it's hard as a parent because there also then comes that guilt with like, oh God, nobody's got clean underwear because I haven't done laundry in 65 days. But I could definitely see, like, if you're by yourself and there's nobody there checking on you, how easy would it be just to like slip into this like laying in bed all day, eating spaghetti in bed, shoving the dishes under the covers, because why does it matter? Your world is on fire.
They should do like a scale, because I also don't think it's fair to say if you are surviving somehow, some way, and able to keep a, you know, happy face and if you mask well enough that then you're not depressed. That's not nice to say either.
Right.
So if you can keep your shit together well enough, then you don't get to say you're depressed. That you can't say that. But there should be like a universally accepted like chart, you know, like that pain chart.
Yeah,
the 1 to 10
they have
with the
one.
Smileys.
They have one.
They do.
You've never had to take
What's it
that test
called?
before?
Oh, I'll take the test right now. What's it called?
I don't remember what it's called, but I had to take it. I took it once after I had Bennett, and then I took it again. I think I took it again over the phone with my midwife because I did like a telehealth visit this spring when my dad was in the hospital, and I was like, I think I have depression now on top of my everyday anxiety, and so they ask you a question like, how many days do you out of a month do you feel like you da 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 da? And so you answer all of these questions. Actually, hold on. Now that you say that, I think I have, because I had to fill out a questionnaire for Quinn to run cross country. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's not on here. But there were questions specifically for her to answer on this school physical, like, oh, wait, here we go. Oh, no, this is about, like, taking drugs and shit. But there is a test that you can take, and on a scale from 1 to 10, and it's like, you know, do you avoid engaging in things that you normally engage in that make you happy? And then they take all of your little numbers, and then if you score, you know, a certain way, then they're like, oh, yeah, you're totally depressed. And then they can increase your medication or give you medication or make a recommendation for therapy or, you know, whatever.
Wow. Well, they need to there needs to be a whole mental health campaign. First of all, that's crazy that we're this far into the pandemic and they haven't yet started like a commercials, whatever, of checking in. Hey, how are you doing mentally? What is going on in your household? Are you drinking every night? Like, there's been no follow through on any of that. And I'm pretty sure 3 years into a pandemic, when people have lost their jobs, people have lost family members and all that shit, motherfuckers, our shit is raggedy as a country, as a people.
Yeah. It's really bad. It's really bad. And there was some talk. I remember seeing things like, you know, prioritize your mental health. Like, everybody's stuck inside and this is, you know, unprecedented times and you should really take care of yourself. And being isolated is not, you know, a normal human desire, which I was like, really though? Not everybody else wants to stay away from people all day, every day. This is my dream. But we're really bad in general, I think, about talking about mental health. And didn't we just have this conversation the other day? I was like, people are weird about brains. Was this on a live that we talked about it? And I was like, saying that if you have to take medication to help your brain, that people are generally very resistant towards seeking therapy or taking, you know, medication. And it's like, why? I don't understand why it's still taboo.
I don't know. You have to unwire your brain, because I had that for a long time. I was just like, why would I need Prozac? I'll get all my work done. I'm fine.
If you had strep throat, you wouldn't look at the doctor and be like, nah, I don't need that antibiotic. I'm cool.
Right. I guess because we can't see, you know, like if you could show me a scan of my brain and be like, see there in that gray area, that's where you're fucked up, then maybe I'd be like, okay, let me take that shit. But like the whole process of taking the pill, taking it for 30 days, seeing how you feel on it, and then also like lying to yourself. Am I feeling better? Is this that? Yeah. Or is this something else? Or did I just, you know, institute some good habits? Like, you don't know. But I do know
it's work.
That if you tell me you should take your pills, I'm worried about you, then I'm definitely not going to take them. Which is really bad, but that's real shit.
Yeah, it is. It is. I feel salty if Chris asks me, did you take your medication today? And I know it's coming from a loving place of like, please remember to take this because I know it makes you feel better. But I'm also like, what? You don't like intrusive thought me that's constantly Googling the symptoms that my children have to make sure that they're not going to die? Okay. Well, who else is going to make sure that we're all staying alive? Not you.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Justin Beck has had it. But I also I feel like there's some scapegoating going on. Just because I have an attitude about how you loaded the dishwasher wrong and we've been together for 20 fucking years and you know how to do it right, you've seen me do it right, doesn't mean that I'm in a fragile mental health state. It means that you had me fucked up. Why is it automatic that I'm not well because I'm pointing out all the ways in which you have me fucked up? I don't think that's fair.
Well, let me suggest this. I know that I'm not in a good place personally when my response to something is not that's not a word. Proportional.
It is.
Proportionate?
Disproportionate and proportionate. Yeah, those are words.
Okay. That just didn't sound right in my brain.
If your response is disproportionate to whatever he...
Yes. Okay. So when my response is disproportionate to the actual infraction, I know that that is my anxiety. So if I were going to put myself into your position and you don't have to tell me like what happened, but if I, lose my mind and I'm screaming and we've gotten into an argument over the dishwasher, that might give me pause and say, okay, how would you have reacted if you weren't under stress? How would you have reacted if you weren't in an anxious state? Would my response be different? And if the answer is yes, then I can own that was my anxiety.
See, okay, hold on though. I think that's fair, totally. However, I also feel like 20 years we've been loading the dishwasher though. I'm serious. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? It doesn't have to be like this.
If you were to run it in the way that he had it loaded, would everything get clean?
No.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't. And then it would create another layer of work for me because now the children are going to unload it, right? Because I asked them to unload it. The children aren't qualified to know if something is clean the levels I like it clean unless they see actual like shit on a fork. They're gonna go, Mommy, this one's not clean. I'm gonna say okay, but the second I see that fork, I know the likelihood that the other shit wasn't run how the fuck I wanted it run is high. So now I have to go through and ask them, do you remember which dishes you put away and which ones you didn't? Because keep in mind too, this is still a pandemic. We got to kill the monkeypox. I need the dishes clean. So when I say the dishes need to be washed, not rinsed, not run under the water, I'm talking about washed, soap on a sponge, hand washed. You don't necessarily have to rinse all the soap off, but washed the gunk off. Then loaded into the dishwasher specifically. Cups over here, bowls over here, forks over here, Tupperware this way, pots and pans down here that have already been scoured. When I say it has to be done that way, because the dishwasher is just a sanitizing portion of the washing of the dishes, that's what I mean. I don't mean that it's not fun for me. That's how it has to be, because you are creating more work for me if you don't do it the right way. And if you don't do it the right way, you're not helping me.
That's fair enough. Why does he want dirty dishes?
I don't know in what universe. There's a lot of people that feel this way. And here we are. Here's another polarizing conversation. There are a lot of people who just load their dishwasher. They scrape the food off, but then they just put that dirty ass dish in the dishwasher, and then they wonder why their dishwasher be on the fritz after 2 and 3 years. Your dishwasher ain't meant to do all that.
Well, that's me. I'm some people.
Oof. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. The dishes have to be washed before they're put in the dishwasher.
That feels 100%. Like such a ridiculous extra step, though. Like, what's the dishwasher for? If you've already washed...
Sanitizing.
But only if you run it on the sanitized function.
Which you should do every time.
What?
I hand wash the dishes, and then I wash the dishes and push the sanitize button. So that
You
hot ass
do?
water, steam, heat is killing the germs. Ain't no dirty dishes in here.
I only run sanitize if someone's been sick.
Excuse?
Yes. Normal. I put it on, normal, start, shut it up. Now, I don't put food in because I have a Bosch.
Heavy wash, sanitize every time.
Really?
Well, are we cleaning or are we having fun? Are we cleaning or we're fucking around? What are we doing?
I have a really good dishwasher. I'm cleaning. I rinse it off. But if there's like, I don't know, like a bit of hummus on a plate, I'm not going to like stress. I definitely do not hand wash my dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. I do regularly clean out my filter, and I do regularly clean the inside of my dishwasher, but I'm not making that extra work. It's too hard to keep up with as it is.
Well, what about if the dishwasher isn't, so when you're loading the dishwasher throughout the day and you can't run it just yet because it's not all the way full and you don't want to waste water. You can't run a load until the thing is absolutely bustling full.
Yeah.
What's that smelling like?
It doesn't smell because I keep it shut.
Okay, nose blind. No, absolutely not. When Justin Beck loads the dishwasher without first washing them, there is a smell, and I don't like it. And that's how I know you didn't wash them. That's how I know. I smell it. That's how I know you didn't wash it. Because if I open it and I get a whiff of that fucking old dirty smell, which smells like standing still water. Nope. Which smells like standing still gray fucking diner water and old food. It smells like a trash that's overflowing with food scraps, because that's what that is now. Then I know you didn't do it the way that I said to motherfucking do it. And now I'm upset. And that doesn't mean I need to take my medication. That means you did it wrong.
Yeah.
See, food scraps. Matter of fact, I'm just going to Google it right now. I know a lot of people.
What?
I was just with my friend Denise last night. And we were having this conversation with another couple just so that we can gauge. And in fact, her husband was like, wait, did he not wash the dishes before loading the dishwasher? I said, correct. And I thought the husband was going to be like, well, that's a little intense. That's like a ridiculous step. The husband was like, exactly. My wife doesn't fucking wash the dishes before she loads it. She knows it makes me crazy. So it was me and him vibing.
Oh.
And my friend Denise being like, I'm not going to wash the dishes to wash the dishes. At which point I was like, losing respect here. Losing respect. Getting upset. Wowzers.
Yeah, but that, okay. So with that theory, then you should technically be hand washing all of your clothes before you put them in the washing machine.
Well, sometimes there is a pre-stain situation going on. Sometimes there is a soak.
Okay, hear me out. If I look at the dishwasher scenario and I say, okay, I'm going to just rinse this plate off so that there's no food or like residual sauces or whatever on the dish. So it's rinsed, it's clean to the eye, and then I put it in the dishwasher.
Absolutely not. Clean to the eye is not clean because my eyes is different.
Okay,
I see
but
it.
if your girls wear an outfit and they don't get it dirty, there's no visible dirt on it.
It's still going in a wash machine.
But by your logic, it would have to be hand washed first before it can go into the washing machine, because the washing machine is the quote unquote sanitizer.
No. I see the soapy bubbles. I see that shit. I don't overload the washing machine. I see it all in there getting washed. And also, if I pull it out to go put it in the dryer, and then it dries, and then I'm folding it, and it doesn't smell fresh, somehow, some way, that doesn't happen. Or if there's a stain, we go soak that motherfucker in some OxyClean, and then we run that motherfucker back through. But that's rare. The clothes come clean. This is a what do you call that? This is not a good analogy. This is not a good.
Yes, it is, because those clothes, their underwear touch their buttholes. So that would be dirtier. Underwear on a butthole is dirtier than a plate that's been rinsed in the sink.
Not absolutely not. I don't know what's going on in everybody's mouth. I'm not having y'all's mouth shit on my dishes. No.
But your dishes aren't a porous surface that can hold and trap smells or like skin cells. Bitch,
or a motherfucking fomite can live on a dish and you will get monkeypox. Dead ass.
What's a fomite?
A fomite is a germ that lives on a surface that then gives you the fucking disease.
Okay, but you're also going to catch monkeypox if a child lays in your bed. You're going to catch monkeypox if a child sits on your sofa because they're, if that's transferring onto surfaces, you touch a doorknob, you walk, on a solid surface. Hold on, there's a child.
Okay,
here.
We're getting out into the weeds. We're getting out into the weeds here.
Oh my God.
The bottom line is.
Get out of here. You don't
not
have
washing.
In your bed. Get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
Not washing the dishes before you put them in the dishwasher is absolute insanity.
We're going to have to run a poll then.
Well, everybody's nasty. They're all going to be like, oh, Melissa's crazy. That's ridiculous. Oh, it's so crazy. I can't believe she's going to wash the dishes before she runs the dishwasher. That's such wasting of water. Melissa doesn't care about the earth. I can already hear all this shit. And I don't give a fuck. I don't need nobody's feedback because I know I'm doing it right. It don't matter what y'all do. And also, the poll is only going to let me know whose house I can't be up in. I'm not eating off that plate. Shorty and Mercy, both. 2 different worlds. 2 different cultures. Both hand wash the dishes before loading the dishwasher.
Really?
Both.
Huh.
Mercy ass didn't even have a motherfucking shoe. Okay? She got a dishwasher technology. And she said, oh, common sense tells me I should wash the dishes, and then that thing sanitizes it.
Wow. Yeah, my parents were rinsers. I don't remember. I'm going to hear from it if they weren't, but I feel like they were rinsers.
A lot of people are.
It's arguing time, I think, now in the comments.
Oh, 100%. And listen, I'm okay. I'm okay with everybody being like, that's ridiculous. It is customary. Okay, how about this? We should ask them, we'll go a step further.
Okay.
What does it mean to wash the dishes? Let's just walk us through. What does it mean to wash the dishes? When you say, hey, get in there and wash those dishes, what are you really asking?
Are you asking me? Like, what does it mean to me to wash a dish?
100%.
Well, anytime that I had to hand wash a dish, it was at my grandma's house. And actually, I don't... Now that I think about it, I'm wondering, did my grandmother load those dishes into the dishwasher after I hand washed them? I don't remember, but I have memories of, like, scalding my hands in my grandma's sink, washing those little white Corelle plates with the blue pattern around the edge, and it was hot soapy water, and I had a dish rag, and so I would rinse off and scrub the plates and then rinse it in cold water, and then I don't remember what happened to it after that. I don't think it went on a rack. Did my grandma dry it and put it away? I don't remember.
See, also, if the dishwasher is full, like say the dishwasher is full and I gotta run it now, but there's still a bunch of dishes that I didn't get into the thing. I'm gonna hand wash those dishes, put them on a drying rack, and then when the other dishes come out of that wash cycle, I'm gonna put those away, and then the ones on the rack go in the dishwasher.
What? See, now I'll hand wash things that don't fit in the dishwasher, but I hand wash them and put them away. I mean,
everything's getting hand washed.
Yeah, but what about like our ancestors who didn't have dishwashers and they washed everything by hand?
Well, Oregon Trail. Them motherfuckers died of dysentery. That's
dysentery.
How. That's what about.
You can't ford the river. You're dead. Your dishes are dirty.
Out of here. Gone. Dysentery. Take your dirty bonnet and get the fuck. Look, I'm just going to look it up because I know that this is going to be polarizing as shit. How to properly load a dishwasher. If you pre-rinse, it might actually come out dirtier. Boom!
What?
This is an article written December 2020. Should you pay attention to not dishwasher safe labels and what really belongs in the bottom drawer? Experts solve your family washing up conflicts. Oh, here we go. Well, this is already wrong. Fact. You do not need to pre-rinse. Just scrape the solids into the bin, says Ashley Iredale, white goods expert. Oh, they said she's a white goods expert. Well, at the independent consumer advocacy group Choice, most dishwashers have inbuilt turbidity sensors that measure how much dirt is in the water from the first rinse cycle, so rinse plates may fool the system. If you pre-rinse everything, your dishwasher is going to think that your plates are cleaner than they actually are, so it won't wash as intensely, and they might actually come out dirtier. The food filter is there for a reason. You simply have to remove it and clean it once a month. The most powerful jets in a dishwasher shoot upwards from the bottom, so stack the dirtiest items, well, if nothing's dirty, we don't have this problem, on the lower shelf and the cleaner or the more fragile items above. This is also why your bowls, containers, and cutlery should face down.
Yeah, I do that. Oh, wait a minute. No, I put my cutlery up.
I put mine down.
Chris, that's how I always used to do it. But Chris used to yell at me, and he was like, no, forks, spoons, knives, except for the sharp ones, have to go down. I'm going to tell him he's wrong.
Unlike dishwashing liquid for your sink, dishwasher detergents are abrasive like toothpaste to chip away at food particles. The cloudy film on your glassware is actually a lot of tiny permanent scratches. Many materials won't withstand a high pH hurricane every night. A good rule of thumb is anything that predates the dishwasher shouldn't go in one. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, that was wrong. Listen. Nobody is going to agree that you need to wash your dishes before you wash your dishes, but there is a segment of the population that knows and understands that you need to wash the dishes before you wash the dishes.
Well, I'll just let you hold on to that one and hope that Justin gets on the page so that it saves you both a headache.
I do too. I don't understand how it's been 20 years and he hasn't gotten it. I don't understand it. And that's why I'm like, this is not about my medication. This is about how to do things properly. And that ain't it, Jack.
I mean, maybe.
You mean to tell me a red ass bowl? It had spaghetti sauce in it. A red ass bowl. You're going to put that red bowl in there just like that, raw and red. You're just going to put it in there like that. Peanut butter on a goddamn knife. You're just going to stick it in there.
Oh, no, you can't do that because the peanut butter never comes off.
Okay, well, the food never comes off. It's there. Those germs are there. If you... Listen, okay, well, get back to the... you say go wash the dishes. What's that entail?
Yeah, so it's hot water, it's dish soap, and it's, I have a silicone scrubber and I have a brush. And if it is... like heavy duty, like stuck on like something in a casserole dish or in like one of the pots, it gets the Dawn dish soap spray, and that will sit like while I'm washing the other things. And so, yeah, hot water, rinse it off, soap, obviously, and then it gets dried with a dish towel and put away.
Okay, this is what I mean. When I say go wash the dishes,
yeah,
I mean wash the dishes, load the dishwasher properly, wipe down and disinfect the counters. So 1 round of Pine Sol spritz, 1 round of bleach. Wipe down and disinfect the counters. Soft scrub the interior of the sink. Wipe down the faucets. Wipe down the handles. And then go through. Now you've got your fucking solution on the fucking rag, whatever. You're going to wipe down the countertops. Then after that, you're going to sweep the floor. You're going to vacuum the floor. And then you're going to, where there are high traffic areas, you're going to take your Murphy's Oil soap solution and you're going to spray, and you're going to get on your hands and knees, and you're going to clean the floor. I got 2 long floors in between my kitchen counter and where I stand. So that's what I mean when I say wash the dishes. So when I go, and then you got to take the trash out, put in a new liner, take the trash out, down to the garage. I don't want to see that shit. Take it out. So when I say clean the dishes, that's what I mean. It involves all those steps. So if I say that and I come back and you've only just managed to load Not even load. You've just run the dish. This is how the fight started. This is what I'm saying. This is how the fight started. The fight started because I said, oh, can you take... I had a cup of coffee in the room.
Yeah.
Can you take this cup? It needs to go in the dishwasher. The dishwasher is ready to run. But I think there's also a plate out there that needs to be added. Okay, yeah, sure thing. I go out 20 minutes later. The dishwasher is running, but there are still plates in the sink. So I want to know, why are there plates in the sink if I said the dishwasher was ready to run? Meaning, go around the house, collect whatever dishes you have, load them motherfuckers. Then I need you to scrub the inside of the sink. Then I need you to wipe down the counters. Then I need you to hit them floors, hit the handles, hit the cabinets. Then I need you to take the trash out and put a new liner in the bin. That's what I mean by do the dishes.
Yeah.
Apparently, do the dishes just means take the cup I just handed you, stick it in the dishwasher, and press start. That's not what the fuck I meant. And so I'm upset that we've been together for 20 years and he didn't know what I meant.
Well, is the expectation in the Beck house that doing the dishes entails all of those extra steps?
100%. And that I know for a fact that my household is not the only household that is required. I'm going to say, if you grew up in a black household and you were told to wash the dishes, all of those other steps were unspoken but necessary and required.
Yeah. Was the kitchen visibly dirty at the time of the dishwashing occurrence?
If it's dishes in the sink and the dishwasher is running, we have a problem. Because why aren't those dishes washed and sitting on a rack waiting for the dishwasher to be done and then to be loaded? Why? First of all, why are there dishes in the sink but the dishwasher's running? That's a problem to me. Okay, yeah. I can see. I can understand how people think I need medication. 100% I get it. But I also feel like we've been together for a really long time. And I'm trying to understand how anybody who knows me would go, yeah, I'm definitely leaving dirty dishes in the sink after she said go run the dishwasher. For sure I'm doing that. And thought that was going to have a good outcome.
It's just a matter of completing the cycle. Like, I hate when I have things left over after I've loaded the dishwasher and there are a few things left that don't fit. I hate hand washing dishes, but I'll do it just so that the sink is clear and I can scrub the sink and be done. So yes. I can understand the annoyance of Chris will take the garbage out of the can and then stick it outside the front door rather than walk down the steps, go around to the side of the house and put the garbage in the can. And it drives me insane because I'm like, just complete the cycle. Because if you leave the garbage here on the step, then it's going to attract flies. And then when somebody opens the front door, then there's going to be flies that come in the house. Just take the extra 10 seconds to walk it to the can. So I get that. But I don't know the solution here.
I think the solution is I just need to get numb. Honestly, what is this fucking drug that you guys are taking that everybody thinks that doing the dishes regular is fine? Because I need to get there. Because apparently there are way more important things in the world. We need to be able to provide fucking mental health care to everybody. We need to be able to provide health care to everybody. Everybody needs to fucking get their eyes checked. Everybody needs to be to go to the dentist. Everybody needs to be able to fucking get a free COVID test, a free monkeypox test, a fucking all the vaccines. There are a lot of problems in the world, Melissa. Nobody cares about your fucking insanely particular cleaning situation. However, as long as I'm Shorty's daughter,
mental health.
100%, and that's what I'm saying. As long as I'm Shorty's daughter, that's how I was raised to do it, and that's how I want it done. And if this is my household, which last I checked it was, that's how I want it done.
I think there are some things,
and I think that's not negotiable.
I think,
which people are like, you have to just let that go. It's not that big of a deal. It's a big deal to me, though. See?
Yeah. I think there are some things that I have to let go because I think, okay, well, it's done. And I didn't have to do it. It wasn't an extra thing that I had to do. And then there's other things like the other day where I come into the kitchen. I don't remember what I'd been doing, but he's proud of himself. And he says, the counters are clean, the dishwasher's running, and he's like running through the list of all of the things that he did looking for head pats. And I looked around the kitchen and I was like, the counters are clean? Really? Like, do you not see this? Well, I didn't get to that. Okay, well then the counters aren't clean, so you can't check that off your list because they're not like done.
Me. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. What do you mean the kitchen's clean, but you didn't wipe the stovetop? Yeah. What do you mean the kitchen's clean, but this is a full trash right here? What do you mean the kitchen's clean and the knobs all have gunk and stuff on it? What do you mean the kitchen's clean? I'm looking right here in this microwave. It looks crazy in here. There's a whole ass noodle sitting right there. A noodle.
So maybe then you need to create like a checklist. And
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I create the checklist because there's still something. I don't know if he has like muscular dystrophy or something. I don't know, but the counters aren't wiped with the firmness that I think that they require. And I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking weak ass wipe? The fuck is this? I want it wiped hard. I'm talking about you should be doing a little bit of cardio. If you're not tired after wiping the counters, what did you do? It's like, you know, when you let your toddler be your helper and they're just fucking it up, but you're just like, okay, I love you. You're such a good helper. And then you go behind them and you do it right. It's that. Yeah. But this is an adult we're talking about.
When you were in college, did you have like many roommates? Was there ever a time where you had to live with multiple people?
I lived with my childhood best friend, and she too was raised to wash the dishes before putting in the dishwasher.
Oh, okay.
She too believed in vacuum lines. She too believed in folding the shirts in a fucking cube. We were raised by brown people. So
yeah.
We had the same, foundation.
Yeah. I had a roommate my senior year, and he loved to cook, but he did not love to wash a dish. And I think there was one time where, like, I refused to wash anything. I was like, I'm not touching it. I will have my things, and then you can leave your filth here. And when you've run out of shit, then maybe at that point you'll decide that it is time to clean. It was infuriating. We also didn't have a dishwasher, so everything had to be cleaned by hand. We also didn't have a garbage disposal, and it was disgusting.
See, we don't have a garbage disposal, so that's why that trash has to go out every day.
Yeah.
And that's why when you say to me that you've cleaned the kitchen and then I open the trash bin and it's overflowing and I got to get a fucking cereal box or a fucking shoebox top or something to push it all down, or I got to put my glove on and push it down, that's crazy to me. I'm like, what happened here? Or let's say the trash is half full, but there's food scraps in there. I don't want to waste the bag, bags that aren't cheap, and we're fucking up the earth. You know what we're going to do then? We're going to go around the house and collect trash so that bag can be full, and then we'll take that out. That sounds like common sense to me, but it's not, apparently. It sounds crazy to other people.
Outside of your washing the dishes before washing the dishes, I don't think that your expectations are crazy, because I think that if you're in the process of like putting away the dishes, then the counters are also usually dirty. It's probably happened after a meal was made. So I think that doing that general sweep of the kitchen is something that most people do, but I'm wondering if maybe, well, but not if this is like a reoccurring thing. I was going to say maybe there was a miscommunication, and so he thought that the dishes was the job and that everything else was okay.
Listen, I think straight men have a thing. Their brain is wired a specific way where they don't pick up, like, they can be with you for 30 years and they don't know the way that you do things. You could say, go in my drawer and get me the such and such. Y'all been living together so long. He will come out of that closet and go, I don't know where that is. I just said it's in the Don't you know me? Why is it that I can go on your side of the closet, and if you said to me, go find the black I would go right in here and be like, boom, 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 and come right out with it. You wouldn't have to explain shit to me. I would just know where it is because we've been living together for 40 years. I know what that is.
Yeah.
Why, when I say go find me this, you come out with that? And I'm like, how though? So
we're the superior
I do believe
sex.
I do believe that there's just a different wiring, because there's no way that and like, listen, I know I'm a cunt. I get it. But there's no way that you've been living with my level of cunt and just didn't pick up the cues, unless your brain is wired in such a way where you just don't see those kind of details.
And that's totally possible.
But then if that's the case, you have to then step back and go, okay, she has been doing this for however many years. She thinks that I will have picked up on this. I didn't. Instead, you gaslight me and you go, babe, it's really not that, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. It is. Because I said it is. It is because I'm standing right here and my fucking heart is pounding. So it's a big deal. And now I know that when that dishwasher cycle is done, we've wasted all that water, for sure, because nothing in there is clean. As evidenced by, Mommy, this fork has stuff on it. Mommy, this bowl is dirty. Mommy, this plate has stuff on it. Mm-hmm. You know why all those things have stuff on it? Because they weren't done properly.
So what you're really saying is, by you not doing X, Y, and Z, where you think that you're helping me, you're not helping me. You're actually making me do double work, because
yes.
I've already loaded it. I've already done this, and now I have to come back. So the reason that I'm frustrated is that I expected it to be done, and now it's not done, and now I have to reconfigure how I was going to spend this time now doing this, and I have to double back and do it again. I think that that's...
And now, while I'm standing there redoing the thing, I'm mad.
Yes.
I didn't earn any extra time. I just
Right.
wasted more.
Right.
So I'm mad about that. And then I'm like, the solution here would be for me to just do it all the time. But I'm mad about that too. Why can't we just do it the way it's supposed to be done every time? Why don't we take
Right.
turns doing it the way it's supposed to be done every time, and then we won't have this problem, and then I won't need medication like you think I need. I will be so happy.
Yeah.
I will be so happy if things are done properly. Listen, I can let go. There are certain things that I did have to let go of. Their lunch is not as packed as cute bento-y as I would like it. Fine. Did they eat lunch? They did.
Right.
Their hair was not in the neat-ass ponytail that I would have liked it. Fine. But was their hair up like I asked? It was.
Yeah.
There are things that I can let go of, 100%. But a Beck family system that has been in play our entire existence? No. 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 Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And it is a big deal. And then on top of that, I'm being told it's not a big deal, so now I'm getting madder.
Yeah, that's frustrating. I hate it when Chris says that to me, because it affects me, like, emotionally when the house is fucked up. And he's like, oh, well, you wanted to have these kids. I'm like, wait, what does that have to do with it? I have to live here and be in this and look at this all day. And so if I'm telling you that the clutter or your 15 piles of papers or the fact that you don't put, 5 pairs of shoes away at the front door is like making me like itchy, like, why couldn't you it's not a big house. You don't have to walk that far to put it away. Find some place to put it. And then he gets mad at me when I just like shove stuff into his closet because I can't stand looking at it anymore. So I think that the lesson here is that if you want to stay married, you should just do the thing and do it right, how your partner likes it.
If you want to stay married to me, you should wash the dishes before you wash the dishes. Wipe them counters, empty that trash. That's all. That's all. It's not a lot.
It's not do the dishes. It's reset the kitchen. Maybe rewording it is helpful. I think at the heart of it, I think cleanliness is part of it, but I think it's just that double work of having to do it again. That's where the frustration lies.
Yes.
Just do it right.
Yes, and this isn't this isn't about judgment. None of that. Listen. We are starting to, through the course of this pandemic, everybody's been oversharing. We learned that some people don't wash their legs. We learned that some people don't actually get down there and wash their feet. We learned that some people don't take a shower every day. We've allowed a lot of things to go. We did. And I just think that scraping the dishes in a pandemic, no less, is crazy. I think it's crazy. It needs to be hot scalding water, and I believe in bleach method. All natural. The fuck out of here. No.
Wait, bleaching your dishes?
Bleach in general needs to be a part of the cleaning process of a kitchen. Because there have been mouths here. Imagine if the fucking restaurant.
I was going to say restaurants
didn't run
bleach.
A sanitizing cycle. 100%.
They dip your dishes in bleach water.
I think that's the right way to go. That's how Shorty does dishes. Shorty goes and changes into a shirt that can get fucked up.
Yeah.
There's hot scalding bleach water. He washes the dishes, rinses them, puts them in the dishwasher, and runs them. I don't even do that. Shorty would say my method is even fucked up. You're just going to run it in regular water, soapy water, then you're going to, okay. Marlene does it the same way Shorty does, to where their hands are raw.
Yeah.
That kitchen smells like bleach when Marlene and Shorty are done with it. And they've done it the actual right way. I'm not trying to fuck up my outfits. So bleach is the last step. I'm talking about like Marlene's whole front of her shirt is wet.
Really?
She's washing the shit. She's in there cleaning. She has an apron.
Now I'm really curious, like, the cultural practices and if there is more than one way to clean a dish. If different cultures have different methods for, like, is there a specific soap that you use? Do you do the bleach water? Is there something else that you put on it?
Dawn is the only soap we can use. Every now and again, you got to just work with the palm olive. But Blue Dawn, if the Blue Dawn can clean an oil fucking duck, it can clean my dishes. I'm not doing method natural lemongrass. Shut the fuck up. Dawn.
I have the method, so.
That's for hand washing. That's for washing your hands.
I buy one for hands and I buy one for dishes.
That's for hands. Marlene tried to get me there too. She's like, well, I still do the bleach system, but I like this smell. No, you're losing the recipes. You're getting away from the fucking way we were raised. It's Dawn. But I like the, no. But I started to, no. I said no. But I just bought you this and I want you to, no. I said no. It smells good, but that's, whatever you just bought me, I'll use that in the hand dispensers, the soap dispensers for hands. But we use Dawn. Blue Dawn. That can clean up the Exxon Valdez spill. Dawn.
I'm just Googling here to see if there's like any like, WikiHow on washing dishes, just to see if there's, but I'm not seeing any like, oh, here's a 10-step. But I think that this is washing by hand. Yeah, no bleach water in this one. One time I filled the dishwasher with dishwashing liquid. That was good. My parents were really happy about that one.
Oof. That'll break the whole dishwasher. That'll waterboard the floors, all that.
Oh, yeah. We were on vacation, and my mom said, can you go run the dishwasher? I've never run the dishwasher in my entire life. I was 20 years old. Was I 19, 20? I don't know. And so I went and I squirted that dish soap into the dishwasher, shut it up, And the next thing I know, somebody was like, "Oh my God!" There's suds on the floor, suds coming out the sides. It was bad.
There, boom, I posted it. If you go to our Twitter right now, there is a poll, yes or no. Do you hand wash the dishes before you load them into the dishwasher to be run, yes or no? So they know it's arguing time. Episode ain't even out yet. They know it's arguing time. And I put the poll is up for one day.
Did you already vote in it?
Showed it.
Somebody's already.
So far, it's correct at 100% yes.
We should have a podcast that's just all about shit that we hate. Shit that makes us mad. And it's just...
I don't think that's going to be good for me. Dude, listen, I feel like...
It's anonymous.
I feel like that there is, there's going to come a time where I have overshared and, lost goodwill with the people. Because I am too particular. And, unforgiving and judgmental.
Though? Who's not, though? Can you be? I don't think you can be too particular. I don't think that you can be too judgmental.
Everybody thinks I'm judgmental. This is why we shouldn't have ever see, and that was it. I said I should not do this. I should not do this. Because see, with the written word, you can craft it. You can control it. You used to be talking all kind of ways. People pick up what you ain't putting down. You see what I'm saying? Mm-mm. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm very... Oh, wow. 6 votes so far. 83% yes, 17% no.
Oh, I just saw that. Wow. Can you see who voted?
I hope not. Hold on. No, you can't see who voted.
Well, this will be interesting to watch.
You can on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right. Well,
Marilyn, I'm sorry I judged your nasty ass. I didn't know you were sick. To get back to the point, I didn't know you were sick, girl. I'm sorry.
Well, hello, we meet again. It's just you and me here at the end of this episode, so thank you for sticking around all the way to the very end. You can find this podcast in a handful of different places on the interwebs. First off, our website, imperfectstrangerspodcast.com. You can listen to the show. You can also buy merch. You can poke around. There's not a heck of a lot there, but it took me a while to build it, so maybe go check it out. We have Instagram, imperfectstrangers_podcast. We have Twitter @imperfectstrangers. We have Patreon, patreon.com/imperfectstrangers. 3 tiers. Check them out. Lots of bonus content. We put a ton of work into that Patreon. So go on over, see if it's for you. We'd love to have you. And last but not least, if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, would you kindly go in and leave us a 5-star rating and review? So if you're feeling generous, go on over there. And we'll be back here on Instagram with a live. So we go live once a week, talking about the episodes or whatever seems to happen in that chat. And make sure that you subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so that you don't miss an episode of Imperfect Strangers. And with that, be well, stay safe, wash your hands, and we'll be back next week.